Hey everyone, welcome back to Silver's Headspace, the raw, micro-edit, backstage experience of my channel, A Maze of Mind. Here I'm Silver, and this time I'm talking about finding my channel's niche. So, when I say finding the channel's niche, I mean, ever since the Valentine's Day special, I've been kind of hesitant to post more Headspace videos, just not only from just not having time for it, but also because having a real proper definition for the channel in my mind has kind of been there but not been there. And I've been thinking about that since I posted the Valentine's Day special. I don't want to say that I stress over it because I don't want to stress over things like views or the algorithm or subscriber counts or anything like that. Because I mean, there's not much point in being so small as a small YouTuber. But well, I don't even know if I can call myself a small YouTuber, but I'm doing YouTube and it's small, if that makes sense. That's a small clarification, but growth can't happen in a community with the format of Headspace. It's just simply too loose, and even though I want it to be kind of natural and come easily, both for my own sake and for the series as a whole, it's just impossible to market. And it's especially with its loose content. Like I'm not sure who would want to listen to these mini podcasts, but it has its purpose, and I know it has its purpose. So all the way back in Headspace 1, I believe, I mentioned a whole list, kind of a rambling list of my thoughts about the channel, kind of the theme of what it could be. And all of these thoughts were rooted in my personal interest. I started each of these, or I said each of them, with the intent of I would make content like of that particular variety because it is content that I have seen and enjoyed myself. So I know what I would want as an enjoyer of said content theme. So I had a long sit on the toilet, and I was thinking, as you so often do, and I looked through my YouTube channels, the channels I'm subscribed to, and that was approximately 230 channels. And I went out and picked out my role models, like my real, the channels that I like, or I would say the channels that I've consistently gone back to and have seen what I enjoy in their content. I kind of pick out not to replicate them, but kind of take inspiration from I like this particular quality of this particular person. What made me want to follow this person and continue to watch their videos, and pick out if I could replicate any qualities that they are expressing, and kind of become an amalgamation of all the things that I enjoy and kind of stand on the shoulders of giants, of those that have already been successful in what they're going for. So I weeded out what I could, and in doing so, I rediscovered this channel's original motivation, something that was probably conceived all the way back in June, July, I can't quite remember the exact month, but it's something that was forgotten in this channel's idle times before Headspace 1 was even posted, those months of inactivity. And my original plan for the channel, the niche, so to say, was a theme of modern anthropology. A modern anthropology slash social commentary, reflections on humanity itself through diverse lenses like psychology, sociology, biochemistry, history, and many, many more. That's why I was so all over the place in saying that I don't quite know where I want to take the channel, is because I knew that I wanted to focus on humanity, but having so many different approaches to that very broad topic made it seem impossible. It just kind of jumbled up in my head, and I lost sight of what this channel was even going for. But its main focus, after much reflection, is on the human mind, and why it does what it does, and how other things affect why the human mind does what it does. So the mind in the whole A Maze of Mind theme is all for a reason. And I kind of went against it going with Headspace first, but I don't regret my choice, because this is what got me really into the channel as a whole. So that was its own thing. It was a step that had to happen, I guess. But this motive still left me with flexibility, so I can tackle it from different angles, tackle this approach of humanity and kind of reflections on humanity and the human mind, and tackle it from different angles of, oh, I want to approach it from a psychology point of view, this video, or a sociology point of view, this video, or more of a historical sense, or a music sense or like culturally inspired like food sense, culinary senses. I can take all those different approaches, but still stay in the roots of my main focus. So, running up on time here, but Headspace is still going to remain the spot for my quick musings and kind of the half baked thoughts, the very quick community responses. I still like that, and I feel, I guess, in the sense I felt like a sponge and was kind of soaking up too much. So I've kind of squeezed it and let out a bit of that content to get more directed and kind of still remain saturated in all the things that I want to focus on, while still narrowing down the audience that I want to approach and target. And well, in the Headspace theme, building a community from scratch is a learning process, but this was just a very intense clarification that I wanted to make sure I got down in the Headspace format. So that's what I wanted to say. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for listening.